the invisible threat of control. The market doesn't know your name. It doesn't care how many hours you've studied. It doesn't bend for your hope, and it doesn't feel your frustration. It only reflects. And what it reflects most is you, not your strategy, not your indicators, not the latest system you bought on some forum. Because beneath all of those tools is the person using them. You, your beliefs, your patterns, your awareness, and most of all, your refusal to take responsibility for them. That's where the story begins. Because here's the truth most traders run from. Self-awareness means nothing until it meets responsibility. You might understand yourself. You might even know your fears, your impulses, your bad habits. But if you don't own your outcomes, you are still running in circles. Think about the average trader. He blows up his account and blames the broker, the news, the spreads, the strategy. He tweaks the settings, he switches pairs, he buys another course. But when the dust settles, the cycle repeats. Because the real problem isn't his edge. It isn't the chart. It isn't the market. The problem is ownership. The refusal to admit, I am the common denominator. This truth is nothing new. Jesse Livermore, one of the greatest traders of the early 1900s, made and lost millions in the stock market. He built fortunes that most of us can't even imagine. And yet, he lost them over and over again. Not because the market had changed, not because his system stopped working, but because he couldn't master himself. That's why Livermore once said, "The game does not change, and neither does human nature." The market didn't destroy him, his own patterns did. Fast forward a few decades. Paul Tudor Jones, one of the most successful traders alive, put it bluntly. Don't focus on making money, focus on protecting what you have. Because he knew the enemy is not the market, it's the trader's own lack of discipline. Or take Richard Wyckoff, who taught that the market is simply a composite reflection of human behavior. He called it the composite man. Every chart you see is a portrait of fear and greed written in price. And yet most traders keep fighting the chart instead of themselves. Fast forward to today. Picture a modern retail trader. He wakes up early, makes coffee, sits down at his desk. He's calm, focused. He tells himself, this time will be different. This time I'll stick to my rules. And at first it goes well. He waits for his setup. He enters his trade. Then the market dips against him, not by much, just enough to spark that whisper of fear. So he widens his stop, then widens it again and again, until his small, controlled risk becomes a gaping wound. When it finally hits, he slams the desk. And once again, he blames the market. But here's the reality. It wasn't the market. It was his refusal to take responsibility. Most traders don't fail because they lack knowledge. They fail because they refuse the mirror. Because responsibility is heavy. It forces you to admit that every outcome is yours. Every blown account, yours. Every missed opportunity, yours. Every repeated mistake, yours. Not the Fed, not the news, not the spreads, you. This is exactly why Mark Douglas, the father of trading psychology, dedicated his life to teaching one principle. Until a trader accepts full responsibility for every trade, they will never be free. Free from fear, free from doubt, free from frustration. He said it best. The consistency you seek is in your mind, not in the market. Think about that. The thing you're searching for in charts, in systems, in courses, was always inside you. So let me ask you, how many times have you blamed the tool instead of the hand that held it? How many times have you said, this strategy doesn't work, when really it was you who didn't work it with discipline? How many times have you called yourself unlucky, when the truth is, you simply didn't follow your own rules? This is where most traders stay stuck, not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack skill, but because they fight shadows in the market, instead of facing the shadows in themselves. Here's the brutal truth. If your results are yours, then so are your patterns. And if you don't own your patterns, you will keep repeating them over and over and over again until they cost you more than money. They'll cost you peace of mind. They'll cost you confidence. They'll cost you the dream that pulled you into trading in the first place. This is the invisible threat of control. It was never about outsmarting the market. It was never about cracking some secret code. It was never about finding the perfect system. It was always about mastering yourself, because the market is just a mirror, and the reflection staring back will always be you. And if this video felt like a mirror for you, don't just walk away. Take responsibility here too. Hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share it with another trader who needs to hear this today. Because just like in trading, growth multiplies when you surround yourself with the right reflections. And before you go, drop a comment below. Tell me, what pattern have you noticed in yourself that the market keeps reflecting back? Your answer might just help another trader see themselves more clearly.